All right, before I forget, this is the box, the wiring harness that I use, and I bought these off of Amazon. Okay, and it's a complete kit. These kits, the kit itself comes with the wiring harness with two extensions for 2 LED lights. Okay, so you can run, in my case, like 2 fog lights. And it comes with the relay. It comes with an inline fuse, the connections for your battery, and the wiring up to the switch, and the switch itself. Everything comes complete in one package. And it's like 15, 16 bucks, something around there. I can't remember exactly sure what the price was, but it wasn't very expensive. $18 at the most, under 20 bucks. Let's say that. Okay, but it's a complete kit. I ended up buying 2. The one for my LED bar, what I did, because it does come with for 2 lights, I ended up cutting the shortest wire, and I heat shrink the ends to make sure that they were watertight, and they worked out just fine. Let me show you the functions before I take you off the tripod. There's 4 functions for the LED bar. There's a white, a strobe white, an amber, and a strobe amber. So, this is the white, strobe white, amber, and strobe amber. And my fog lights. Let me get this opened up. See if I have enough daylight left to show you guys the wiring. Let me get my light. Okay, as far as the wiring for the fog lights, I just ran it under the valance and it's zip tied to the bottom. The LED bar runs behind the grill and comes up behind underneath this plastic here and runs out right through here. And I put some wiring loom, and there's this little edge right here that runs right here, and I just clip the wiring loom over that, and the wire is inside of this the wiring loom itself, and it runs back over there and then back into the dash inside, but I'll show you where that goes right now. So this is where I installed my brain fart. Okay, let me show you the inline fuse and it'll come back to me. My relays, excuse me. So here's one, and this was already an existing bolt. I just removed it and put my relay there, and it doesn't interfere with my the thing for the hood. And the other one is in the back, right over there. That's the other relay right back there. Okay, and like I said, they're tied into the battery, and the wiring loom goes back there. And I don't know if I can show you or not, but back behind that, oh, that's not the right angle. Behind that, let me see if I can get back in there. Okay, you see that? Let's see, I'm trying to get you guys the right. Okay, I think I'm better off explaining it to you guys. So that back there, that little triangle that you see, that little boot in the back right there, that's a rubber boot that goes around the steering stem. Okay, that's the steering stem that comes out from the inside of the truck. And all I did was I popped the hole in that thing and ran the wiring through there. Okay, for my switches. Let me show you where I installed the switches. Go around to the front real quick. I'm trying to make this as short as I can because it's hot as hell, dude. It's like 110 degrees. But this is where I installed my switches, right here on the dash. Okay, and this is one for my LED bar. That's the one for Sasquatch light. That's the one that came with the other one. But anyways, and these are my fog lights. Okay. Now, in order to gain access to this panel, it's a pain in the butt, because this panel right here, in order to move it forward to gain access to install your connectors on the back side of that switch, there's a screw there, there's a bolt that holds it right here, there's one on the opposite side, and it's got a couple of screws on the bottom. But in order to gain access, you have to remove this side piece, you have to remove this piece here, you have to remove this piece on the top, and you have to remove this piece right here too, okay, in order to gain access to those bolts. And you want to gain access to those bolts because you want to be able to pull this panel away, because on the back side of this panel, there's another plastic piece that sits behind this panel, and it's too close to this front piece that it doesn't give you enough room for you to connect your terminals. There's just not enough room there. So what I took a Sawzall and I just cut a hole out like that, bigger than both of these switches, like this, so I can have access to connect my terminals. And I put everything back together, popped everything back into place. Originally I was going to put the switches, I still got to reinstall this one. You see how this one is loose? I popped it loose. But I had to, again, gain access to the bottom of that panel. This is supposed to look like this one right here. No, excuse me, like this one right here. But if you push these, they will go in. That's what happened with this one. But anyway, that's besides the point. But that's it. So if you guys have any questions or comments on the final installation, feel free to let me know. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out, man. Tight lines. Stay safe, y'all.